Hey guys, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Paige.
And this is the Pretty Please Podcast.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Pretty Please Podcast. On this episode, we have Miss Jessica with us from the Pink Truck and so many other business adventures. You'll get to learn so much about her. But welcome, Jessica.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit before we hop into the business side. Tell us a little bit about yourself, personal things.
Okay. So I'm originally not from Middle Tennessee or Nashville. I'm from East Tennessee. I grew up in Knoxville. Okay. Moved here, I guess it was 2013. And then met my husband in 2014, right before I was about to move back home. And now I'm here.
You're stuck.
Yeah,
You're not going anywhere.
No, that's what I always say. And actually, it was a blessing because as busy as Nashville is, being outside of it, I love it so much. You know how it is. You're like close to everything.
Yep.
But when I go back home, it's so busy there now. But there's no reprieve. Like, you have to be really on the outskirts. And so I'm like, I prefer it here. Yeah. And for business. I mean, it's better. Yeah. There's so many opportunities here. Sure. But yeah, we have 2 kids. Not really kids. One of them's 25, and then
oh my goodness,
I know
you don't look old enough to have a 25-year-old.
No, I did not. I didn't give birth to either one of them, actually. Oh, okay. Yeah, but you met my daughter, I think, Paige. Everybody thinks she's mine. She looks just like me.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy the way that happened. And then she's 17, so and she runs the truck for me. So yeah, that's our little family. But it's like weird to say you have kids when they're like. Basically,
grown.
I'm like, can I say that still?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
They're always your kids. Yeah. So married we got married in 2016, I guess.
So almost
seems like
10
forever.
years.
Yeah, I know.
It goes by so fast. I know. We've almost been together 10 years, too. And I'm like, golly, that's a long time.
When you think about it, you're like, it feels like it went by so fast, but at the same time, it's been so long.
Yes,
so
for sure.
A lot can happen in 10 years. Yes. That's for sure.
So before you started your business, what did you do?
Literally everything.
So like what you do now, everything.
Essentially, yeah. It's kind of funny because I always wanted to. I love customer service, which sounds crazy because most people.
You're great at it.
Thank you. That makes me feel really good. I climbed really well in any job that I had that was like customer service related, but it was just kind of like you can top out only so high and you're working for somebody else. So I was just doing everything here. I mean, I took jobs during like the pandemic and stuff like that, where I was working from home. I taught preschool. I worked at the school system so that I could have the same schedule as my daughter and be off with her, which was great. But at some point, the older she got, I was like, okay, I need a life like outside of her.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we just jokingly were like, we're going to buy an ice cream truck.
Really?
Yes, and see what happens. And I'd worked in the food industry, but nothing like this. So I was kind of like, we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe a year down the road, we'll get rid of it or sell it. Or
Oh my goodness. And how long has it been?
This is year 3.
Okay.
And it's not going anywhere.
No, it's just grown like immensely.
It's gone. I think I literally met you when you first started.
Yeah, you did.
And it has flourished.
Yeah, I think that was literally we put it on the road in October, and I think I met you in December.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
I had no clue what I was doing. I was just trying to go everywhere and do everything. But I mean, we did CMA Fest this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is
wow.
They only picked 16 trucks out of all the food trucks in Nashville. So I was like, okay, we're like legit.
Yeah.
We did it.
That's huge.
I know. I mean, because you apply for everything and you just, you're like, what will happen?
Yeah.
You don't know if you'll get in. I do still have a goal. Like my goal is to get into the Wilson County Fair.
Oh,
because I feel like that's the big one, you know,
Right,
and it's really hard to get into. So hopefully that will happen. But that's kind of at the top of my list. But CMA is great. I mean, that says a lot.
Was it crazy?
It's so busy. And the craziest part to me was I knew people came from all over, but it's from out of country.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Everywhere. Like we heard so many accents, met so many different people. And it's just crazy because I would have never met any of them. You know what I mean? And they love country music. So
interesting.
But they're, and they're just happy to be here. And so it was a lot of fun. It was great.
Where were you like?
We were next to Music City Center. Do you know where that is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Fanfare is in there.
Yes.
Where they do all the meet and greets and stuff like that. They did change things a little bit this year. They had new stages and all that kind of stuff. So we were a little spread out. But other than that, we were kind of like smack dab in the middle of everything. Yeah. So it was fun. It was definitely an experience. It's hot. It's always hot. You know, if you go down there, it's like really hot. But
this year I felt, because we went down Saturday, because Paige and Brandon were here, and I felt the vibe was a little bit different, but I think it was because of the rain.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, which is good because it kind of cools things off. But at the same time, they're strict, and if there's like thunder or anything like that, their safety stuff is very strict, and they won't let people go into like certain areas and stuff like that. So it does change things,
right?
And like you said, the vibe is kind of off, but it's also weird because it changes so much down there year to year with the growth on Broadway. I mean, you know how it is. So you kind of, you know what to expect, but you don't know what to expect.
Right.
If that makes sense. So even Broadway was different this year.
Yeah.
They didn't have all the stuff on it like they normally do.
Yeah, like the vendors and stuff.
Yeah. So, which I don't know why. I think the public liked it because they were asking about it. So I don't know. We'll see. I want to do more next year because it's very well planned and executed, which says a lot about, you know, any event company, because that's a huge,
big event.
It's a big event.
huge undertaking. I wouldn't want to do it.
No.
That's just me, but
It's a lot of stress.
yeah, it's a lot for sure. So, but fun.
Now, like when you do something like that, how many, because that's what, 4 day? That's a 4-day event. Like how many people do you normally have? Like,
So
the truck?
if we're really, really busy, I always tell the girls, you know, the less we can have on there, the better for y'all, because obviously they work for tips. They get paid hourly, but they work for tips too.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to be so worn out, especially long days like that. So we usually do 4, maybe 5 max. This week especially, we had 5 a couple of days because 4th of July week is like insane.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's like our busiest week.
Well, and I'm sure it gets crowded in there too. It's like you can only have so many. I mean, it was like that at the store. It's like Black Friday. It's crazy, but if we get more than 3 or 4 of us, we're just running all over each other.
I know. You can't find each other or anything.
So it's just like chaos.
That's how it is. We barely have room to turn around. I always tell them, I say, when I hire them, I hope you're comfortable like rubbing against each other sometimes, because it's very small. You know, we have a lot of equipment in there, but my girls are great. Like they're so good. And we had a team meeting the other day. We went to dinner and I was telling all of them, I was like, I cry about everything. So I started off our meeting and I was like crying and I'm like, you guys, I wouldn't be here. Like if it wasn't for y'all, you know what I mean? And it means so much. And they're all just local girls. Most of them are still in high school. You know, and then they'll graduate and some of them will go to college. And I'm like, I'm so sad you're leaving.
Yeah.
But I tell them all, I was like, this is not your career path. Like you can work for me and I will get you hours whenever you're free. But like go and do whatever it is that you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
with your
for sure.
life. So, but yes, they are. You've met some of them, you know, they're so great. And I don't know. I just love all of them. They're like, like my kids.
Your little kiddos.
Yes,
Do you let any of them drive the truck, or do you just specifically drive it?
So I'm the only one that drives. I mean, my husband will drive it sometimes. It will be 50 years old next year.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It doesn't look like that
I know
at all.
that's what everyone says. I think it's the wrap, honestly. Like the wrap they have.
It looks great.
New. Yeah. So she's a little temperamental. And nobody really feels comfortable like driving it. Yeah. Which I totally get it. Cause I mean, we're all used to these really nice, our cars have all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
That thing doesn't even have air. So asking somebody to drive it is kind of like daunting.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Is it an old bread truck?
It was, oh my gosh, my husband's going to kill me. I'm trying to think of what it was. It wasn't a bread truck. It might have been like a delivery, you know where they clean like your rugs and stuff for businesses?
Yep.
I think it might have been something like that. And then it actually came from a Brewster's.
Oh.
Yeah, so we bought it from a Brewster's in.
So it was kind of already set up for ice cream.
We got very, very lucky because food trucks can be I mean,
They're
a
pricey.
lot
oh my gosh, some of them like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
yeah.
Ours wasn't running when we found it, and there was a couple that he wasn't using. He just didn't have anybody to run them. And so I asked him, I was like, if we can get it running, like, would you be interested in selling it? And he was like, sure. He was on vacation and everything. And so my husband's in the car business, and it worked out really well for us. So we just, nothing was on in it. Like, I thought we're driving away with the truck with a bunch of equipment that doesn't work, you know? And we got it home, and I cleaned that thing for, I think it was 2 weeks.
Oh,
it was,
wow.
Yeah, it was really, really bad because it had been sitting there for 2 years, and everything worked. And I was just like, this is the best thing that's ever happened.
Wow.
Because you imagine trying to take all that out and like replace it.
Yeah.
And she's been going ever since. So it's just crazy how it all happened.
Wow.
Like, I couldn't ask for it to be better. So
you obviously weren't in the ice cream business beforehand. So how did you figure out, okay, these are the suppliers I need to go to. This is where I need to get my ice cream. Like, where do you put your tubs of ice cream? Like, because you can't fit it all in the truck.
No. And in my mind, the way my brain works is like, I've never done this before, but I'll still say yes. Like, I'll just figure it out. You've probably done that. You've probably done that. You know what I mean? You have opportunities that come to you, and I don't even think about no. I just don't. So I was like, we'll figure it out. I don't know. We'll just figure it out. So I have one girl that she's had her truck 8 years, I think. She does acai bowls. And she met me, unfortunately for her, and she's just mentored me the whole way through.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're really good friends now, and I love her so much. She's in Lebanon, but she helped me. Like, I think you have to have somebody in it.
Like
you know
that,
what I mean? Yeah. You have to you have to work hard. Obviously, nobody's going to do it for you. But there's just little trade secrets that people can help you, or you figure things out on your own.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, it's been a wild ride.
The real question is, do you have ice cream just sitting at your house?
Yes.
Because I will walk with that hill.
yes.
She lives way too close to
Yes,
me.
I do. Which I love that now that I know that. We were talking about that the other day. Yes. And this is going to sound so crazy, but the two people that benefit from our business is my husband and my daughter. They love ice cream. They could eat it every day.
Really?
She'll literally go to Dairy Queen every day, even though she has it like sitting at home. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, this is so weird.
That's funny.
I don't like it the extent that they do,
Right.
which is good for me. 'Cause otherwise I would be in trouble. Now, when we're, cleaning things and combining things and stuff like that, I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll have a little bit, here and there. But yeah, it's always out there. So I'm like,
So you just have big freezers full of it?
Yeah. So we have, like, the truck holds a lot. And then we have deep freezers. We have a commissary that we use. It's actually a friend of ours that owns a restaurant, so we can only access it when they're closed, because they're like a meat and 3 that's open till like 2, I think.
Okay.
But that's just required. It's part of having like a food business and stuff like that. So we're able to store things and stuff like that. But we don't. I saw your commercial kitchen conversation, and we talked about that. We've thought about it too, but it's just, I need separation. I'm sure you do too, from like home and business. It's really hard to say no and to not be on 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking for more space right now, but it's a commitment.
Yeah.
You know how it is. So I'm just like.
Now, do you see yourself having like a physical storefront, or do you think you'll just stay in the truck?
I don't think so. And the reason why is because most of them, if you rent, you're required to stay open so many hours or so many days a week as like a storefront business. And I don't want to play by anybody else's schedule, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I love that we can close and travel and, stuff like that. I keep saying I only have one more year with her before she leaves me. I don't know what she'll do when she graduates, but we will pick up and go sometimes. We love to travel, and if we have a storefront, it would be really.
You can't.
Yeah, it would be really, really hard. And the fact that you could transition like that is great.
Yeah.
So I would hate to go into it and then transition back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
a lot.
Yeah. And where we live, we have plenty of ice cream in the town already.
Yeah.
With brick and mortars. So I don't feel like there's a need. If there was a need for it, I would probably really consider it. But it's just not necessary for us right now.
Yeah.
We're doing well the way that we are.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
It's freedom.
Yeah. I was going to say it's nice to not be tied down.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I think the fact that owning a business now is so different than owning a business 10, 20 years ago, that you can really build that flexibility in for yourself, and mental health is so important and stuff like that. It just wasn't things that I think people didn't think about that before. Yeah. And that's at the forefront for me, because I want to be like a model for her and the girls that work for me. Like, you can build this and you can be successful, but you can also have a life, you know, have kids, have a relationship and stuff like that. And that's what's truly important, because, I mean, I'm not taking my truck to heaven.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I got to leave it here one day. So it's like I can't pour everything into it, but I do love it so much. So it helps.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, because we've talked about the pink truck, which is the ice cream truck.
Right.
How did you venture off into hot dogs?
So it's kind of it's a joke, and it's not, again, with not being able to say no to anybody for anything. I see something that looks fun and I'm like, oh my gosh, how could we turn that into a business? Like, that would be so great. Usually when there's a need, I don't want to like oversaturate the market, and, you know, the boutique stuff. I love that. It's so cute.
There's so many.
I just can't imagine trying to get into it now. You know what I mean? So I have a Parks and Rec department that we work really closely with, and we have a great relationship with them with the truck. And they had a need one day for hot dog lunch. It was for a kids event, and their regular vendor was not available. And of course she asked me, and I was like, sure, we'll do that. Why not? So we started selling big dill pickles and hot dogs, you know, just because, I mean, with kids, you don't need like a $20 plate. No. You know, you want something like affordable.
Right. Because they're probably not even going to eat half of it.
Right. Exactly. Throw it on the floor immediately. Yeah. So we were already there with the truck. So I was like, why not? I'll just do it. And I don't know. I just like venturing into other things. And
so are you doing this out of the pink truck?
No. So we do it separate. So right now for that, we have a tent. I don't know that we'll grow the hot dogs any bigger, just because I've looked at the carts, because I go full. If I'm going to do it, I want to go full.
That's me.
But you have to tow it, and they're usually around like, they start at a couple $1,000s for like a good cart. And I was like, okay, how often am I going to use this? Do I need to invest, you know, in this or whatever? But that's literally how every business starts that I have. So I'll go into it if you want the other stuff. Okay. So after having about three different concepts, I was like, we have to just have an event company. Like, we have to put everything under an event company. It makes more sense. That way we can manage it easier. Taxes, you know how it all is. Yeah. So we started Tennessee Events Co., and everything is managed by that. Basically, the truck, we have a photo booth. Oh. Yeah, that's fun too, because I was like, who doesn't love a photo booth? Yeah. You know what I mean? And then we got into foam and bubble parties, which there really isn't been anybody around here doing it. And I love it because it's for kids. I mean, it's for adults too, but it's for kids mainly. And I've just always loved kids. And we do it at the farmer's market once a year in White House. And then we'll do private parties. But it's literally just foam that we just blow out of a cannon. And they love it.
And you do snow during the winter, right?
Yeah. So in the winter we do snow, because you can't, obviously you're not out in a bathing suit when it's like 30 below. So we do snow for like the Christmas tree lightings. Have you seen it? Mm-hmm. It's so...
I always behind the scenes, it's like, who owns this and what are they doing? And then she said it one day, I was like, oh, it makes sense now.
That's funny. I'll have to look into this. I want to see
it. It's so fun. It's very, I call it Disney-esque, like everything, because I became like a Disney adult, which I know some people don't like that, and that's fine, but it makes me happy. It's like an escape from everything, you know. My daughter loves it. That's our thing that we do. And when we went for Christmas one year, they do snow on Main Street in Magic Kingdom. And I was like, oh my gosh, who cares? Like, snow on Main Street, whatever. And no joke, we were out there and I'm bawling. I was like, this is the most magical thing ever. So I actually met the guy who does the snow for Disney. And he's the one that got me into all of it.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah. So I was like, imagine wherever you start, if like one day that's where you are, you know what I mean? Being able to do it for Disney. So we do it here and it's the same effect. Like people, you don't see it. So when they go to the tree lightings here, they're like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. You know, it might not be snowing, but we can make it snow for you. So it kind of offsets. That's our summer side is the foam, and then the winter side is the snow. And then we just started doing bubble parties for like smaller kids because the foam can get pretty high. Like it's big.
It can get wild.
Yeah, and then the older kids, when you mix them with little kids, sometimes it's a little rough. But we just did bubbles. I'm like, what day is it for 2 4th of July events? And I don't know if you've ever seen them, like the really big bubbles that you can do with the wands. They're like the string wands. So we do those, and even adults love those.
I was going to say, like, oh my gosh, my little boy would love that.
It's so fun. So, and it's really funny because this is not the avenue I thought I would be taking in life at all. And I'll text my parents, and both of them, when we started doing bubbles, they were like, that's so cool. Like, send me bubbles. Like, I want to do that in my house. And I'm like, you're both in your 60s. It's so funny. But it covers all ages, you know? So it's kind of, I feel like now if I can just make people happy, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know? And if I can make a living at it, then even better. Yeah. You know? So it's just, I can't say no. I can't stop.
Yeah. We're the same way.
Them all, how many employees do you have?
Oh my gosh. So I think now we have like 10 or 11. Some of them were such new concepts that I was running them still by myself.
Right.
Just to like
test.
Iron out everything. This summer, I'm really letting the kids take over the foam. I have a twin sibling brother and sister duo. They go to they just graduated from Beach High School. Great kids. And they work together. Like, they're great employees too. And so like they're going to do a lot for me. And I mean, we can't have boys necessarily on the truck just because it's such a tight space, you know, and I mean, the girls do such a great job anyways, but I think with the foam and stuff, the boys will really thrive at that, and they'll get to be outside. Right. You know, and like for an hour. Yeah. It's just having fun, like recreational type stuff. So right now, like 10 or 11, it'll probably end up growing, which is a little daunting because I don't know. Never thought I'd be in charge of like
a bunch of kiddos.
Yeah. And then you want a mother and, you know, but you have to be the boss. And like, I'm so close to my daughter. It's like, you can't be best friends with everybody. You have to be really careful about that kind of stuff. So, but I do love all of them. Like, I care about all of them. I want them to thrive in whatever it is that they decide to do. And they know that. Like, I will text them all and be like, I love you. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. Kind of stuff like that.
That's
so
sweet.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. That's who I am inherently. Like, that's just who I am. So, but I think it helps a lot because we build relationships with clients that they come back. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't say that was necessarily like my plan originally, but it's really benefited us because if you are not kind and you don't go out of your way to accommodate people, especially people that are paying you, like they're your customers. Yeah. They don't feel the need to come back to you. And that bothers me. Yeah. Personally.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. You know, and I think the South has a lot to do with that. You know, I don't want to say we're people pleasers, but we do want to make people happy.
Right.
So it's something I've really tried to instill in all my girls too. I was like, I know this isn't your business, but I want you to treat it that way because it will teach you how to run a business one day that hopefully is successful for you. Because if you can build your customer service, we all have bad days. You know, we can burn a cookie here and there and it might go out the window, but we can say sorry and give you a fresh one. Yeah. You know, just give us the opportunity to fix it. But if I'm hateful to you, that's who I am. And nobody wants that. So it's, you know, which neither one of y'all are. So,
well, and I feel like as time goes on, like I feel like nowadays, you don't see that as much as you used to. So I feel like it's a little bit more rare. Yeah. So it stands out.
Yes.
You know, when you do give that extra customer service.
For sure.
I'll go in places and they don't even look up.
Right.
You know, and it's like, hey,
say hello
I'm
or
here.
anything.
Like, are you going to greet me?
Especially when you're spending your money. It's so hard. And I think about that when I'm spending my money too. I want to have that relationship with people. You know, I still understand it's a business transaction, but it doesn't hurt you to be kind.
Exactly.
And boutique business, there's so many boutiques people can choose from.
Yeah.
There's so many cake people that, you know, people can choose from. So you have to set yourself apart. You know, your quality can be great. Somebody's going to come along and try to copy that.
Yeah.
And if they're a little bit nicer than you, it might take away from you, you know? So I keep that in mind. And it's worked really well for us. I mean, this is an avenue I didn't think about, but we have a lot of influencers that reach out to us to do work with us.
Really?
Yes, which I was not familiar with that world at all. And I think from an outside perspective, if you don't know anything about being an influencer, which I am not, you can kind of judge them. You can come off like, I don't get that. I don't get how it's a business. Like you make money at it and it can seem superficial and stuff like that. But working with influencers and working with other small businesses, I really see behind the scenes and they are people first and foremost. I could not do it. Like I post content for us. I couldn't do it as much as they do. It's
a lot of work.
Really, really hard. But we have some of them that come back to us to work with us, you know, time and time again. And they're so sweet. And they just want to support other businesses.
That's awesome.
I'm like super
Well, and I
appreciative
think
of
it
that.
shows too that they're reaching out to the pink truck instead of to a bigger, well-known organization. They're
Like a
wanting
franchise.
They're wanting to do something more small and local.
For sure.
And at the end of the day, well, it might be a dud one day, but the next influencer could be amazing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you kind of got to figure it out, and you might mesh well with one person, maybe not the other, and that's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And you meet so many people, like just in events that we've done. I really come to appreciate their line of work because it is relatively new. But it's a different way to network, basically. You know, you are exposed to a lot more people because they have a lot of followers and stuff like that. And maybe not everyone's your client. That's fine. But it still gets your name out there. And Mallory Irvin is one that's like, she's been really, really great to us. And when we have conversations, she always tells me, I want to support small businesses because
awesome.
You know, that's how she grew. Like she was small at one point too. And I tell her every time, I'm like, I appreciate that. You have no clue what it's done for us.
That's awesome.
I firmly believe we would not have got CMA Fest and things like that had it not been for those experiences.
Yeah.
Because it gives us an opportunity to grow too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So ultimately, one day, if I'm in a place like that, I would love to be able to do the same for somebody else. And I also do that now with our social media. I will post constantly about other food trucks and other businesses because I want people to know about them. I want people to know how great they are.
Well, and y'all are also different too. You know,
100%.
So it's like there's room for everybody. Yeah.
And even if you are another dessert truck, I still, you know, will tell people I forward business to people all the time because I can only be in so many places. Yeah. So there is enough for everybody. In the beginning, it is hard. You get in your mind like, I have to beat everybody. I have to be the best. But I'm not McDonald's. I just can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't be everywhere. So it's better to be friends with everybody than try to compete with everybody, which is I don't think a lot of people understand that, you know? So it comes with time though. I've grown. I was not always that way. You know, I was very insecure in the beginning because you want your business to survive.
Yeah.
Not thrive. Even in the beginning, you want it to survive.
Yeah.
Yes. And then once you hit thriving, you're like, oh, okay, I don't have to be this way. You know, I can actually just relax a little bit and let everybody stay in their own lane.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm sure you've both experienced that in one way or the other. So
you kind of hit on it a second ago, like if you're at an event and you can't do that, how do you pick and choose what events you go to?
So this year's probably been the first year that we've actually had to start being more selective about things. When I started, again, I didn't really know what to expect. And I thought it was like everybody sits up in a parking lot and they just wait for business to come, and we did a lot of that in the beginning. Now we get a lot of, catering type events. So private events. And I think the public feels it a little bit because we haven't been posting our schedule like we did last year. And it's nothing against the public. Like, I love being in the public, but if, we just partnered with Coca-Cola. If they call me,
That's awesome.
I know. I'm like, if they call me and offer me a job, I can't say no to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because so-and-so wants me to come set up in their neighborhood or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
I still want to do those things. I love being in the community, but I do have to think about my family, and like, it is a business.
Yeah.
You have to make business decisions. So it's become a little bit harder, but I try to offset it. I mean, you saw us at the farmer's market, and I try to stay there as much as possible because we live there.
Yeah.
I feel like I see you there almost every Wednesday.
We're doing a lot this year there. She's built that farmer's market up, the market manager.
Awesome.
It's amazing. And a lot of
I
them,
love going, just walking
it's
around.
so good. And a lot of them are having a hard time. Like, it all depends on the public if they're going to come or not. But it's great to be able to offset that with corporate stuff, and just bigger things like a wedding. Probably do you do weddings still? Okay, that's what I thought. A wedding is different than like a birthday. So I look at it that way. I'll try to really lock in those clients and say, hey, my calendar is filling up. I will send out emails and be like, I just want to let you know, we are in July, we're booking into December. So if you want us, you better book us now, kind of thing. Not to be ugly, but it's just like, I don't want to say no to you, kind of thing. So I just wonder what it's going to look like in a year.
I'm excited.
Do you think you'll get a second truck?
I knew you were going to ask me that after I said that.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like you may need one.
I know. So we're exploring a couple of different options right now, possibly like some drop-off catering options, which will be like pre-made, and we would do like a topping bar. So you would pick a couple of flavors, and then we would drop our freezer off and come back and pick it up, kind of thing. That one wouldn't have to be manned. We went and looked at a second truck yesterday, actually.
Oh, wow.
It's daunting.
Where are you gonna put it?
I have no clue.
Hey, there's a space close to you that has a place you can put it.
Right down the road. That would be great. That is one of the issues.
Make sure it has the coffee ice cream in it.
Always. Coffee ice cream for life.
It'll be
for
gone
sure.
real fast.
It is so good.
The best thing is it literally has coffee in it.
It's
so it's
so
like
good.
your sugar and your caffeine right there. It's great.
Yeah.
It's empty though, so we would have to build it completely out. And since we didn't have to do that the first time, I'm trying to wrap my head around that right now.
Yeah.
So it's we'll see. It's
Okay.
some things in the works.
So
That's
to
exciting.
be determined.
I know. I got to find some drivers because I
you
can't
can't.
drive them all.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like though, if you got a little bit newer of a truck, somebody would feel comfortable driving.
For sure. And this one is the one we looked at is my husband's the car guy, and I can't remember what he calls it, but like the way the engines change with the years and stuff, and like even having air and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm like, okay, so a little step up, they can probably do.
They can
this.
do
Yeah. So, and it's not like a stick shift or anything like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it would be nice. There's some other opportunities too. They're going to open a food truck park in Lebanon in October. And so we're kind of looking at that as well. And it's, I think it's going to be really good. It's like a venue, and they'll have live music and all kinds of different things. I know, it's super cool. I kind of wish we were closer to that.
I know.
I love where we live,
need
but
one of
I'm
those.
like, it would be nice to be a little bit closer to that. So we'll see. Everything's always growing and changing
is.
here. So
It is.
yeah. I just have to remember I'm one person.
You are. You're one person.
Don't stretch yourself.
Even during the winter months, you add other things in the truck besides ice cream.
Yeah, we do. We get booked a lot for hot chocolate. We do a lot of, for the tree lightings, we're already there, so they'll book us for hot chocolate. We'll do private parties for Christmas, like corporate Christmas parties. Everybody's still, they love a warm cookie with ice cream on it, even in the winter.
Really?
And we're, as of right now, we're the only truck that has that. So I think that really helps us sell that in the winter. And we have some other warm things, but I wanted to try to stay busy all year if I could. If there's ice on the ground, obviously I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, no.
But
luckily we don't get too much.
I know. I think honestly, January is my, I was born in January. So I always have to remind myself, take January off. Just leave.
Yeah,
go somewhere warm for yourself. Not good at that still, but I'm learning. But it's not conducive to work. I think that's really the worst time here is we get the not great weather. So, but I try to stay busy as much as I can through all of it. So with one thing or another.
Yeah.
So you don't have anybody that helps you with social media, bookkeeping, ordering. You do all of that. You just have people that help man it whenever you're at an event.
Yes. So all of that, yes, except social media now. So I've been running our social media since the beginning. I'm a millennial. So the social media era or generation, they don't think I know what I'm doing, which is fine because I don't think I know what I'm doing. I think I create funny content for my generation. Thank you. I appreciate
it's not even your generation, but it is funny.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And my biggest thing is if I can make somebody laugh even by being silly or stupid or whatever, I'm okay with it, you know? But my daughter she's kind of interested in the fashion side of like the world. And so I said, marketing is going to go into a lot of different avenues. So if she just got social media this year, which is crazy for a 17-year-old.
That is.
I said, if you can start helping me with our social media, it would be great for your resume. And it would also help me a lot. So you'll see a lot of content that's coming up that's going to seem a little younger, fresher, newer, that is not me. But for the most part, it's still, I approve everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You just got to be on.
That's hard to,
yeah. It's difficult. And then a lot of the trending sounds, like we were talking about this the other day, they're just not appropriate for all audiences. So I'm like, oh, that's a funny trend. And then I'll listen to the music and I'm like, oh my goodness, we cannot post, so we'll see. I think she'll do great. She's really excited about it. I bought them all the like ring light stuff and everything. So they, anytime that they're slow, which hopefully isn't too much while they're working. They can do some funny videos and stuff like that. But maybe one day I'll have somebody be able to take it all the way over. I know there's people out there that do it. It's just hard. Y'all talked about this before, didn't you? Yeah.
It's hard to let somebody.
I know.
And it's like they almost need to be with you.
Right. Know your personality really well because you don't want it to come off as like a totally different brand.
Yeah.
It's very important once you've built it up. To me especially, I'm sure it is to you as well, but like I want it to stay that core of what we are, you know, because you can very easily go in a different direction and then people are going to be like, wait a minute, you know, you can lose the hometown authenticity, like your face is your brand, and just your personality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People love interacting with you. And my biggest thing was I was on the truck always in the beginning and everybody would come and everybody would see me. And I love that so much. And now I'm hardly ever on the truck.
No, but you're around there somewhere. If you're not on the truck, I'm like, I know Jessica's around there somewhere.
And people will find me and people will text me and, and I love that still. But it was hard for me to walk away from that.
Right.
Because I thought no one's going to want to come if I'm not on there. And then my husband, he's like my grounding force. He's like, okay, but it's not just you. Like everyone loves you. Yes. But like, it's not just all about you. And I'm like, okay. But training the girls to have great customer service, especially at their age.
I was going to say at their age, it's hard.
It is hard. And a lot of it doesn't come natural, talking face to face. They're really on their phones a lot. But when I find one that can be on that window and like is like a little me, that's what I say. I tell them every day, I'm like, you're the best. You're so great. Like I want to reinforce that in them. I will tell their parents, honestly, if I know their parents or come across their parents, because a lot of times they'll come to the truck. I'm like, I just want you to know you've done such a great job.
Yeah.
Like I really, really value the work ethic that some of these parents have put into these kids. And it goes so far. You know what I mean? And not to down anybody who hasn't, or maybe your kid is just different. It's so important to me and for their future and whatever that they want to do. So
for sure.
I appreciate it probably probably more than almost anything as far as the business goes. Because if you're not there, you got to trust them, you know, to run it for you. So I'm sure you weren't in the store every day.
No. Yeah.
It would be like impossible.
Hard.
Yeah. So,
and it's this younger generation, you know, like you said, they are behind that phone screen a lot. So when it does come to that one-on-one interaction, that a lot of them don't know how.
Yeah.
Some people don't even.
They don't know how to talk.
This isn't exaggerating. Shake a hand and say hello.
Yeah. Make change. Oh, that was another thing. They didn't know how to really count money, make change. Because and I'm guilty of this. We gave her a card as soon as she started driving, you know, and I was like, well, here's a card. Don't worry. You don't need to have cash or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just little things like that. But they can talk to each other in their like little lingo or whatever.
Some things that come out of their mouth now, I'm like,
yeah,
what did you just even mean?
Yes.
Or what did you just say? The
Yes.
skippity riz.
Yes.
Or like,
yes.
okay, I am way.
I don't
out of
understand
date
it at
here.
all.
World.
Yes. And then I'll try to say it to like just mess with them and they're like, please stop. And I'm like, okay, well, if you can say it, then I can, you know, but yeah, the ones that get it, I don't know. It's just, I do think it's a lot of how you're raised.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, for sure.
taught to, you know, even respect your elders kind of thing and be around your family. And I have a girl that recently, she's been with me probably less than a month, and she'll get on the window and she'll be like, sorry about your weight. What can I get for you? And I'm like, oh my gosh, where did you learn that? Like, I didn't even tell you to say that. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I love it so much. I think they can learn from each other too when they see that, and the positive reinforcement. It might seem cheesy. Like my daughter, she'll roll her eyes at me all the time because she knows me better than anybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, they need to hear that they're doing well, because it might not mean something right now, but maybe down the road one day they'll be like, oh, well, that person
Well, and you
cared.
don't know what that person's going through. Maybe they don't get that at home, or they don't get that at school, and just that little bit of reassurance
100%.
is enough for them.
Yeah.
Even like the mental health thing comes back to them too, because I feel like my generation struggles in one way. Yours is probably different. Theirs is completely different, especially like the COVID kids and stuff that went through like really, really hard times during that. I have some girls that they have really bad anxiety, and I'm sensitive to that. I can't imagine having a boss that's like, I don't care. Get it together. You know what I mean? You're not allowed to have a bad day. I'm like, no, take 10.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't be here today, don't do it. I don't want to wreck you.
Yeah.
Because you're working for me, kind of thing. So it's just being sensitive and kind. Again, kind. You know, it just goes a long way. And then they want to work for you.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, that probably makes them want to go a little bit more above and beyond than just somebody that's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
They're going to work harder.
Do your job. Yeah, I'm not just like, do your job. And then they'll refer their friends and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll get to hear little snippets of their conversations about, you know, like, is so-and-so dating so-and-so? Did so-and-so break up? And it's
Probably the best.
it's so funny because that's not really the girl I was in high school. I had friends, but I dated like older guys and stuff. So I wasn't really in the drama. But now it almost makes me feel young. And I'll listen to a little of it. Then I'll be like, okay, I don't want to know this kind of stuff about y'all's lives, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's really cute when it's like they're hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're hanging out, you're getting paid, you're doing a great job. You're hopefully getting the reassurance that you need. To me, I feel like we've created a really great work environment that I absolutely love. And I hope they feel safe and appreciated is like the main thing.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to do a great job and hopefully go a little bit beyond.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm trying to think. COVID was what, 2020 through 2022?
Like, can we just black out that time?
Right.
So you started it right after COVID.
Yes. Yeah. Right after. So I was working. Oh my gosh, now I can't even remember because I went like school. Yeah, I was working for the school system. I was actually working in school nutrition, and I thought, well, we'll be the first ones to go because we were not allowed to have contact with the kids. They had to limit, you know, who could have contact with the kids to avoid spreading or anything. So we were literally doing like sack lunches for them. And as silly as it sounds, I loved seeing them every day. I loved seeing them come through my line and, you know, how's your day? It was middle schooler, and that's hard. Like middle school is hard for them. So I was like, I need to get out I need to find something before I'm let go without a job, you know? So leaving, it kind of gave me that push of like, okay, what do you really want to do now?
Right.
You're almost done raising kids. Like, she's doing so much for herself. We got to figure something out. And I just never would have thought like this would be it, and my husband's had the same job for 26 years.
Oh, wow.
I know, which is crazy because a lot of people don't stay.
No, you
No,
don't
they
see
don't.
that.
Yeah.
anymore.
And he's a different generation than me. I'm not going to say how old he is because he'll be mad, but he's older. He's older than me. But I always joke that, like, I'm going to retire him. And by retire him, I mean make him come work for me.
That's
and
funny.
he's like, no, absolutely not. He would never.
That's like we were at the farmer's market talking, and her husband, he goes, I'm not going away because I know you two will come up with something, and I'm going to be brought into it.
Yes, 100%. He knows that's how our brains work.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Anytime I see anything, he's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. I'm like, but if I bought this, we already had that. You know what I mean? So it's just, when I graduated, my mom was raised in a different generation, and she basically told me, you need to go to college. You need to have a career where you can support yourself. I wanted to get married and have babies. Like, I just didn't care about that because I didn't realize. And I love her for that because that's what she thought was right in that time. My daughter now being raised in this time, I want her to know that the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Right.
And if that means that I start 45 businesses and 5 of them succeed, like, that's fine. But explore every avenue that you have. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? Somebody says no or try again, or you realize you don't love it. You know what I mean? It's not all for you, but something is for you.
Yeah.
And you'll find what it is. I mean, there are people that cannot put an outfit together to save their life. And I'll be honest, some days that's me. So having you and seeing, outfits you put together, I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Like, I just need to go buy that whole thing. Literally could never do what you do.
Yes.
Me either.
The talent is
It's
insane.
crazy.
Insane.
It is.
I used to bake for fun. And actually, when I met my husband, and he's like, oh, you should do this, like, for a job. And I was like, no, I will not. But you find your thing, you know what I mean? And then kind of becomes part of you. And as long as you're happy doing it, I think keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's, because that's what will pull you through.
For sure.
And to me, it's all about being happy. If you're not happy, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly. I always said I would not be in a corporate job miserable in life.
Yeah.
I was like, I won't do it. I don't care how much it pays.
Yeah.
I will not do it.
People
I will
ask
be
me all
happy.
the time. They're like, are you looking for another corporate job? And I'm like, unless I absolutely have to,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, are you not stressed? I'm like, yes, I'm stressed, but like corporate stress and your own personal business stress or it's totally two
different.
different stresses.
So different.
And I would rather have the small business stress than corporate stress where
Yes.
somebody else has the strings to my hands.
Yes, 100%. And that's what you ultimately have to think about is, you're doing a great job. You're probably executing in the way that they want you to. But ultimately, somebody at the top probably doesn't know who you are. And if the cuts come down, it could be you. You know
They
what
don't
I mean?
care.
Yeah. And so you have to, that's always in the back of your head. And I joke about this all the time that I work more now than I ever did at any other job.
Absolutely.
I know you're the
Same.
same. You're the same. But it's still worth it because no one else controls my success but me.
Yep.
So it is a different stress, but to me, it's manageable. It's not for everybody. I will say
not.
that. And there are people that will have those corporate jobs and be happy. That's kind of my husband, honestly. He loves going to the same place every day. He knows his job. He's done it well for all these years. But he looks at me and he's like, what? How are you doing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it makes me happy. So it's just you have to find what works for you. I forgot you were still in corporate when I met you. That's so crazy.
Yeah, you
Been almost, I haven't even been out
almost a year.
Not even a year.
October.
That's
October
nuts.
will be a full year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. God, it's crazy that it's already July.
It seems like it's been forever, but it also seems like it's gone so fast.
I know. And you had a lot of changes, I feel like, in a short period of time.
lot of changes.
Right after I met you, I was just like, wow, her life is like really
lot of
taking off.
changes.
Yeah. Which is great. But
I changed jobs as
Right
soon as
up-
I met you.
Yeah.
I was changing jobs Then my grandpa passed away. Then I met Dustin. Right. Then I changed jobs again.
Yeah.
Then
you moved, right?
Yeah, there was a lot that's happened since
I know. And I'm like watching from the sidelines. I'm like, how is she holding it all together right now? All while making beautiful things.
Right.
A lot changed.
It's so crazy. How long have y'all been friends?
People ask us this all the time and we really don't know.
I would say we've been close friends probably
a couple of years.
3-4 years.
Okay.
We've always known each other.
'Cause she shopped in the store.
Yeah.
And I was open 8.5 years.
I'd say the last 3 or 4 years is when we got really
close.
Okay. Yeah. I wondered because
last year and we're like married.
Yeah.
Practically.
I know when I saw that happen, I was like, oh, okay. Because you know of people in the community. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of figure people know each other.
Yeah.
But then when something like that happens, I'm like, oh, they're my friends, you know, which I love that because when you get two creative people, both business minded, it just like, it works, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, my cousin asked me yesterday, she was like, so you think Paige is going to be around a while? I said, well, I hope so. I said, now we have a business together. I was like, we're pretty intertwined at this point.
It almost is like a marriage.
Yeah,
when you think about it. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I tend to like, I mean, I'm not in business with anybody else, but if I ever was, I'm like, would I see them more than I would see?
You do.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You definitely got to like them and get along. That's for sure.
Yeah. He will be in the car with me and I'll make phone calls to people that are in like the same line of business. And he's like, okay, I'll just sit here and just listen. But he knows all of them peripherally. Like he hasn't met a lot of them, but he'll know who they are. And I'm like, you're just along for the ride, you know? So
buckle up.
I know, poor guy. I love him. I'm so glad he's
at least he's supportive and all.
He is. I can definitely say that about him. He is very supportive and he does work. He's just more behind the scenes with me, you know, loading, unloading, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We did cleanup. That's what I say yesterday from the 4th of July holidays. And I said, after we were done, I said, do you want to just go get in the bed? It was like 2:30. And he's like, yeah. And like watch TV. And I was like, that sounds great.
That sounded like Dustin and I Thursday. We were in bed by 4:30.
I know you posted that thing and I was like, dang it, it's 4 o'clock.
I'm not getting out of it. I didn't. We ordered DoorDash.
Yeah.
Good for y'all.
I did not get up.
Honestly, sometimes you just have to.
Yeah.
Dustin looked at me. He goes, you just made it through a whole damn episode. I was like, he goes, not just 1, but 7. I was like, look at me.
We're lucky if we do that.
I know.
And it's funny because do either of y'all watch Love Island?
No.
Oh my gosh. Don't start.
Everybody's talking about it though.
So don't start. It's so bad. But like I watch a lot of reality TV because it turns my brain off.
It's mindless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's junk. I love you. Like reality TV, please don't go anywhere. But he does not care for it at all. And so when Love Island started blowing up this year, again, he started like reading things and he was like asking me stuff. And I'm like, I'll just wait and like watch it with you if you want. He's going to kill me. And I was like, are you serious? Because I don't like to wait. Like I just want to, if I've got a little time here, a little time there, I'll get through it. So now that's what we're doing. And he'll fall asleep in the middle of the episode. I'm like, I can't even talk to you about this now because you slept.
That's me, but opposite. I'm the one that always falls asleep.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because once the baby's in bed and I'm in bed, I'm done.
You're like relaxed.
Once I sit
at 1:30 and Dustin's still awake watching TV, I said, are you going to go to sleep tonight or what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I wish that was me. So, but I'm the 2:00 person.
Really? Oh no.
And then I'm up the next day at like 8, which is why I like makeup. But it's gonna catch up to me at some point. But my brain just doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Now and I've tried writing things down. I'll fill up like a whole book, you know, and never look at it because I'm like, none of that makes sense. You're crazy at 2 a.m., you know. I wish I could do that. He can lay down and his brain just goes off and he goes to sleep. And I'm just like, okay, tomorrow if this bad thing happens.
Oh, gosh.
No. I don't know. That's how, maybe at some point I won't be that way. You know, when I'm like 3 years in, still that way. I don't know.
Yeah. Mine gets like that. If I have like an event or like something big happening.
Oh, yeah.
Then yes, mine will get like that and I won't sleep. But
Christmas Village.
Oh yeah,
Probably, yeah.
I'm stressing on that.
Leading up to CMAs, I was having nightmares about it and everything. And I just kept trying to talk myself down. And I don't drink or anything else, so I don't really have any way to take the edge off. I'm not medicated. Maybe I should be now. Like thinking about it. But like I can't, nothing helps me. Like any substance makes me more anxious, honestly. Yeah. So I'm just like, it's not even worth doing it.
You know, if I had a long day and I go home and drink a margarita, and I do not, I just, and Dustin's like, can you please shut up?
Yeah. You want it to like mellow you out, but it doesn't. Yeah. No, I guess that's just the way that I'm wired. I don't know. So, but I haven't been medicated this whole time. So I'm like, why start now?
No,
you know what I mean? So if I feel the need to slow down at one point, maybe I will. Nothing against it. Honestly, I've never thought about it before.
That's so funny.
He'll be researching tonight. What can he slip into my drink to make me stop talking?
That's funny.
You know though, like he's very different. He's more like quiet and reserved and everything. Yeah. So that's why it works.
Hey, opposites attract.
I think I mean, honestly, if there was two of me in our relationship, like, no. One of us would probably.
That's kind of like, I'm more of the introvert. My husband can talk to the freaking wall.
Yeah. Really? Mm-hmm. What does he do?
He's in dirt work.
Okay.
Construction stuff.
I love that. So, I love that you're just like,
so he's in dirt.
Well, he doesn't. I know. It's funny because my little boy, he says, Daddy Dirt, Daddy Dirt. So that's just like what's in my head is dirt. But, he doesn't talk to anybody all day. Well, he has one employee.
Yeah.
Well, I take that back. He's on the phone more than anybody I know. But,
that man's always on the phone.
Once he gets home, he just wants to like talk, and I'm just like, I've been on TikTok all day. I don't want to talk to you. I've been talking to people all day.
Like I'm peopled out right now. Like, I love you, but please stop.
So
that's so sweet though. That he's in dirt is like the most southern thing I've ever heard.
He's in dirt.
So cute. Please never stop saying that though. I love that so much.
Make him a shirt. He's in dirt.
He's in dirt.
Dirt work. He owns his own business though.
Mm-hmm. That's great. We're crazy. Mm-hmm. Both of us.
I mean, I would love that one day. I also joke with him. I'm like, I'll just buy you your own car lot one day. You know, I will not because I don't even know anything about it. Piece of cement. Maybe I'll get some dirt for
there you go. We got the dirt.
The dirt and the gravel.
Yeah. Y'all are both business owners too, though, right?
Well, Dustin works full time.
He does and does that.
And then he does his leather on the side.
Gosh, I didn't realize that. Mm-hmm. What does he do?
He works for the state.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Government job. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Why do you think I'm trying to get married? Get on the insurance.
Right.
Hello, is this thing on? Can we get a ring?
Right.
Every time I see her, I'm like, hey, let me see that.
There's nothing there.
What's going on?
I know. I'm like, he better tell me.
I
better know.
Oh, yeah, you should know.
Every time he'll like text me, which is very randomly, like,
you're like, this is the time.
I don't even know, something leather work or something. And I'll be like, oh my God, my heart will like start racing because I'm like, oh my God, this could be it. And then it never hasn't been yet.
He doesn't have a ring bought yet, so.
You know for sure.
I know for a fact, yeah.
He doesn't know me well enough, but he's already probably going to hate me because literally every time I'm in front of him, I ask her. And if I was a man, I'd probably be like,
would you just shut up?
Yeah. Which is what my friends did to Jason too. And he'll still to this day, he'll be like, all your friends forced me, you know, like. He says I tricked him into marrying me and all my friends forced him, and I'm like, well, that was your decision, so hey, you know what you're getting into.
All I can say is my dad gave him the first day my dad met him, he told him to run, so that was his opportunity to run.
Mine did the same.
He's still around.
He didn't. He's still around.
But how long have you been together again?
A year and a half.
I was gonna say it'll be 2 years into the year, right?
He's never been married.
No.
Yeah, we're good. This needs to happen.
She's going to show it to the house. Excuse me.
I will. Hello, I have coffee ice cream for you. By the way, why haven't you bought a ring? I have a jeweler.
I have a jeweler.
Do you need a recommendation?
I love it.
Honestly, I know he knows you're a catch. So, I mean, I know it will happen. But it's we want to get the thing started. Like
I already have my date for next year when I want to get married.
Next year?
Hello.
We got lots to do before then.
October.
He needs to get on the ball. That's plenty of time, though.
Yeah, we got time.
We're just doing it at the house. We'll have the pizza truck show up for the food. We'll have the ice cream truck come.
We will be there.
Dessert.
Wait, what pizza truck?
So my mom and sister work for Hunt Brothers Pizza. So they have a pizza truck. They came to my wedding. It was like the late night snack.
It's so everybody's doing that now.
Why not?
It's such a good idea because everybody loves pizza. Yeah, so that is
peasy.
so smart. We've already got it planned.
There, done.
Hello.
See? Bring your lawn chairs. Let's go.
Right. Okay, let's do a little bit nicer. We
can get you better chairs. They at least need to match.
At least color coordinate the lawn chairs or something.
Okay.
I can't wait though, because like oh my gosh, you will be the most beautiful bride.
I know.
It will be
I can't wait.
so sweet. So how old are your kids?
I just have one. He's 1.5.
Okay. Yeah. I'm interviewing you now, by the way.
What do you want to know about me?
I'm just thinking of your kids like being in her wedding and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
that'd be
1.5.
cute.
He's wild. Phew, I don't know that I would put him in a wedding.
Boys are fun.
He is. He's...
But it's true what they say.
My mom
They're different.
said, yes. My mom's like, this is payback because you are the exact same way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
He just does not sit. He is just wild.
No, and honestly, because I taught threes, it's gonna get worse.
Oh, good.
They just get
It's good.
Oh, good.
I love threes, but a lot of people were like 2s and 3s are the worst. And I'm like, no, it's so fun. I will say the 3s that I taught then are now 7, 8, I think. And at the 4th of July thing in White House the other day, they all come because they all live there.
Aww.
And like they were coming up to me, Miss Justin, saying hi. I'm like, my husband's like, oh my gosh, these kids. I'm like, I know. I feel like I didn't even need to have kids again because I had all these kids. You know, watching them grow up, it's hard. They're not even yours.
It flies. That's for sure.
But yeah, I mean, you know, people tell you all the time, just cherish.
I know.
They grow so fast.
They do.
So, but let's go.
Chop, chop.
All right. Well, we are running out of time.
Yes.
So to wrap this episode up, give us a little piece of advice if it means starting a business, having employees, whatever it might be that you feel on your heart to give.
Oh my goodness. I do not feel confident enough to give starting business advice. That's not my forte yet. I'm doing it on a whim. So I'll go with employees. I think that if you not impose, but if you impress on your employees what you want to come off in your business, which is hopefully kindness, goodness, happiness, things like that, it's going to go a long way. Because a product is a product, and maybe your product changes, but create a great culture and an environment that people want to work for you, because with your business being successful, it will grow and you can't do everything. And that's really hard for me to learn. Yeah. But if you surround yourself with the right people and have the right employees who you take care of and care about, that's to me what will make the difference. So I feel like that sounds very like somebody corporate would
No,
say.
that's
great.
I mean,
100% agree.
it's just true though. We can't be everywhere at one time. So to just build that, you know, and network.
Yes.
It's everybody for everything.
Yes.
So
Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much. I learned so much.
I learned so much. I mean, I feel like I talk the majority of the time.
No,
but
that's perfect.
Y'all
That's
are so
They're
fun.
here to learn about
so-
you, not us.
Thank you again
Yes.
for coming, and we appreciate you all watching this episode. We will put all things The Pink Truck down below so you all can go follow them. If you're local and want to reach out for them to come to a little party, then they can. But we hope you all have a fabulous day, and always remember,
Be kind to one another.